All right, so this video today is gonna just be a day in the life of me getting all my stuff for my busy week that I've got. So I got a pretty busy week ahead, which I'll explain in the video too, but I've got pop-up, big neighborhood party on Thursday, catering Friday, just for 40 people. And then I've got a pop-up Saturday morning from 10 to 1. I've got one Saturday night I'm gonna try to get there about 4:30 till 8 o'clock or sell out, which hopefully I'll sell out. And then I've got one Sunday at the same place I'm gonna be Saturday night, which is a charity benefit. There's gonna be a silent auction, food, all kinds of fun stuff, band's playing, but they're doing a fundraiser for a guy here in Peculiar, Missouri, around where I'm from, he got a brain tumor and he's got 4 kids and all this stuff. So it's be a nice little benefit that day. So anyway, just want to show you how I do this and how I go about doing it. I don't have food delivery service. I don't have all that crap. So even if I did to my commissary, it would just be a pain in the ass. And I'm so freaking picky about picking my briskets out and picking out everything in general that I'd be pretty pissed. Because even today when I went to Restaurant Depot, there was only 5 or 6 briskets that I think I'll show you in the video. But I picked up the first 3 or 4 that looked pretty good, and then I was like, hey man, I asked the guys, could you guys get me out some better briskets? Because this one was 9 pounds, that ain't gonna work. I need them 15 and bigger. So I got most of my briskets were between 15 and 20 pounds. I did have a 22 pounder that looked pretty good. It didn't have, sometimes you get those 22 pounders and they got this giant fat cap on them, and they're really like a 16 pounder. So I went ahead and got my 10 briskets, 10 pork shoulders, 3 full pork bellies. I only grabbed 2 racks of ribs today. I'm probably going to go back and grab 2 more on Thursday because I'm cooking again Friday. And then I'm doing my pork chili verde on Sunday. I'm doing a really cool Oaxaca cheese-based brisket queso on Sunday too, because I like giving people different options. Because if someone comes Saturday night, which in Peculiar they will, they'll come Saturday night and then they'll come back and day drink on Sunday. I like to give them a little bit different options. So anyway, video's kind of choppy. There's some loud parts in here where I'm at Restaurant Depot and there's like freaking forklifts flying by and there's just all kinds of overhead noise, but it is what it is. So I hope y'all like it. Let me know what you think. Appreciate it. Yo, good morning, y'all. So today I'm gonna go ahead. I figured it'd be kind of cool to take you all on a little journey through the city with me. I have to go shopping today and get everything I need for all these events I've got coming up. So it is Tuesday. I'm gonna be cooking tomorrow and I'm gonna be cooking on Friday. So I've got a neighborhood party at this pretty big neighborhood in Olathe, Kansas, that I was called on to go do. So there's supposed to be like 1,200 homes in there. Plan on bringing a lot of food, and I really hope that I sell out. So the plan is to pick up a bunch of food today. Right now I'm at Restaurant Depot. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Usually I get here earlier, but I have to time this where I go to Restaurant Depot to get the bulk of my meat and stuff that I need. And then as I'm going back through town to where I live, I stop at a Costco. I really like the Costco pork bellies better than what you can get here. They leave the skin on here, so you got to do some extra trimming on that, and I don't want to mess with all that crap. So the ones at Sam's has decent ones, but the ones at Costco are even better. So I stop at Costco on the way home, and then I make one more stop at Sam's just because it's on the way home. If it wasn't on the way home, some of the things I would need, I would just go ahead and buy here. But when you're talking about buying like 5 to 6 items per week and everything, you can save like $3 on each item. So you're talking $15 a week times 52. That's a lot of money. That adds up to almost $800 in savings for the whole entire year. So I try to break things down on an economic level that I can look at it through the whole year, so it makes sense where I go. And even if you factor in driving and gas and all that, it doesn't make that big a difference because it's already on my way home, and it's maybe 4 to 5 minutes out of my way than a direct line home. So I'm gonna take you guys in here. I'm gonna try to get some good footage while I'm in here on what I'm doing. I got to buy 10 briskets today. I got to get 10 pork shoulders. I got to get some ribs. I got to get some pork bellies and stuff, but I'm going to get the rest of that stuff where I'm going at like Costco and everything. So we're going to go inside Restaurant Depot right now. And a lot of times they don't have everything I need on the shelf. So I got to find somebody to come out and pick some out for me. But they're all pretty cool in here. So looking forward to getting all this shopping done. And then I want to break down how much everything costs at the end of this video for the event. So I've got an event, like I said, at the neighborhood on Thursday. Cooking again on Friday, and then I've got Saturday morning. I have this there's a school in Belton that asked me to come do this pop up for their school fundraiser, so hopefully I can make some good money. I could donate some money to them too. Then I've got that's from 10 to 1. Then I've got an event Saturday night at the Peculiar Winery, which is always a great spot. And that is from 5 to 8 or 5 to sell out. So I'll be bringing a lot of food to that one as well. And then on Sunday, I will actually be back at the winery. So I'm going to bring 2 different menus. So I'm going to have the basics will be the same, but my specials are going to be different. The one I'm doing when I go Saturday night, I will have loaded baked potatoes where you can get brisket and like I put the smoked Gouda queso on it, and I load those things up pretty good. They're really awesome. And then I've also got ribs that night. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be doing, I'm going to get a giant block of Oaxaca cheese, and I'm going to make this awesome brisket queso that'll just be like a snack type item I'm going to serve. And then I will also have my smoked pork chili verde that on Sunday as well. So try not to bring the exact same thing, but the basics with brisket, pulled pork, and pork belly, because my pork belly and grits is like my signature dish, and I take it everywhere I go. So we're gonna get in here, hopefully they got what I need, and then we're gonna just rock through the whole entire day and see what kind of footage I can get for y'all. So if you've never been into Restaurant Depot before, it's pretty awesome. It's just crazy how much stuff they got. Everything from supplies you need for, like, I buy heavy duty whisks and bowls here and stuff, and also all my serving stuff. So we're gonna get inside here, and hopefully they'll have everything I need today. Morning. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna walk into this giant cooler room and see what they got for me. So here we are. I'm gonna walk in here. It is cold. It's always freezing here. I usually bring a hoodie even in the summer. So we're gonna come over here and see what kind of briskets they got on the shelf. I buy the Superior Angus briskets. They're upper choice. They're pretty good. They cook up better than the ones you get at Costco and Sam's as far as their primes goes. So let's see what they got. All right. So that's pretty good. That's a 16.5 pounder. It's got a great flat on it. They got quite a few others, so I'm gonna need 10 of these. So I'm gonna grab these all and see what I can get. A little wild here today, but they're all out of the ribs that I need, so I'm probably gonna have to end up going to buy them somewhere else. We got plenty of pork shoulders though, so let's go down there real quick. I try to buy these big 10 pounders, so there's like this pack right here is 20 pounds. So I'll probably end up getting 5 packs of these today. These all look pretty good. Even the smaller ones are all right, but I don't like to get them when they're under 15 pounds. So I got my 10 shoulders, got most of them average around 20-pound packs. And when you buy that much here, you get a discount on the per pound price, so I end up saving quite a bit. So this will get me by for all 4 of these events I've got coming up. These big 14-inch mega wrap tortillas is what I make my 420 burritos out of. And then I got to get a couple packs of those 12-inch ones up here for my breakfast burritos. I also get these 5-pound tubs of sour cream. They're $8.55 a piece. That's cheaper than what you can get up at Sam's or Costco also. So when you're talking about price per serving, way better. Sorry you can't hear me very well in here. It's so loud, but I'm gonna hit up this cheese section next. I gotta get some smoked Gouda, some Oaxaca, and I might grab some Gruyere. I'm just gonna see what they got today. Gotta look sometimes here. So I got these giant 6-pound blocks of smoked Gouda at $4 a pound. That's cheaper than Sam's also. Plus this is like way creamier, way nicer. So that's a 6-pounder. And I'm gonna find that Oaxaca next. It's way cheaper to buy a 5-pound block here than it is to buy a bunch of little ones at Walmart. All right, there it is. So, big old 5-pounder of Oaxaca cheese is 25 bucks. So it's not super cheap, but it's cheaper than buying the little ones at Walmart, that's for sure. So we'll grab one of these for my queso. One more thing I almost forgot. These giant bags of cucumbers are only $4.79 a bag. And I can make 2 giant batches of pickles out of those. So I get those down here as well. That's a pretty good price for that many. They're way more expensive at the store. So these brisket prices fluctuate quite a bit, but I'm gonna buy well over 61 pounds. So I'll be getting them for $4.08 per pound. Usually at Costco and Sam's, their prime is $5 a pound, even though it's down to $3.98 right now, but it's gonna jump back up for sure. And I like these better. And that's the normal price when you only buy like 1 or 2 briskets, so not too bad. every spice imaginable here too. I'm not going to walk you through all of them, but I get some stuff down here to make my rub with, and it's price per pound is a pretty good deal by the big jugs. Another thing I get down here too is these, I use medium shells in my mac and cheese, and it's 20 bucks. Here you go. 20 bucks for 20 pounds. You don't have to have a bunch of little boxes. You know, it's about the same price for the great value stuff, but this stuff seems to be even better too, so I always get these. Out there, it's always nice to meet new people down here. It's another guy named Ronnie, got a barbecue food truck also, so pretty sweet setup. All right, gotta get some Mexican Cokes and some Diet Cokes and some Sprite, all kinds of fun stuff today. Here's my haul from Depot. I got some Mexican Coke, Diet Coke, 2 boxes of 40 pounds of pasta, and I got my to-go boxes for my Thursday night event. This new setup in my truck is really awesome, having that slider. Then, as far as my cold stuff, I got 10 pork shoulders, which those are a really good deal when you buy that much. I end up getting them for like $1, like 40 a pound, which is really good. 10 briskets, 6 pounds of cucumbers for pickles, big old block of Oaxaca, some smoked Gouda, and then some sour cream I need for my elotes. So that's what I got. I'll tell you how much it costs here in a second. All right, so got everything loaded up, just got back in my truck, going through my receipt, making sure I got all my discounts and everything. Looks like everything rang up as it was supposed to. So what they do, which I'm just finding out now, there you go. Okay, so they bring up the first ones until it hits that point. Then there's a volume adjustment on the bottom. So end up saving like, I end up getting like, I have to add all these up, but it saved over $25 just on the first 4. So imagine probably $6 per brisket I save. When you add all that stuff up, that makes a pretty big difference on the very end of the deal. I'll have to do some addition though. But my total for all that stuff right now is $1244.22. I also have a Friday night, I have a catering gig that I forgot about. That's $525. So having those in there when you're buying this much volume is always nice, because I mean, that covers almost half of my cost so far, which all I have to do is cook the food with all the stuff I'm going to be selling anyway. And then I've got 3 opportunities beyond that to actually sell and make money. So I imagine after my first event on Thursday, because I'm bringing 3 briskets just to that one, I'll already be in the money. So that's what you want to really shoot for. So the next spot I'm going to go to, it's 10 o'clock now, so I'm going to head over to Costco and get my pork bellies, maybe some ribs, but I've been buying the ribs. If they don't have them here, which they don't have any today, I've just been getting them at Sam's Club. Those 2 packs of spares, and I do a little bit of trimming on them. But I used to get the St. Louis ones up at Costco, but they're just like, once they cook, they just become so little, and I feel like you're just not getting a good product out of that. So the meatier the better. So let's hit the road and head on over to Costco. So I'm at this Costco here off of Linwood. It's only about 5 miles from where I just was, so it's pretty convenient for my ride home. I'm gonna go see what they got. They usually got plenty of pork bellies and ribs and everything I need, but they don't always carry the full spares, because they usually have St. Louis and baby backs, and I don't fuck with baby backs, so I'm gonna see what they got. It's actually off topic, but this Ben Holiday Bottled and Bond is 6 years, and they got it listed on the label as a 7-year. So I don't know if it's a misprint or if it's actually something unique, but either way, the label's unique, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. And we're over here now. Here's the pork bellies I like to get. They're just the Swift pork bellies. Man, they went up in price big time though. They're freaking $3.99 a pound now, but it is what it is. I just have to raise my price a little bit. So I'm gonna grab 3 of these, hopefully around 10 pounders, and I'll have plenty for the weekend. Get a pretty decent selection here too as far as spices go. Sometimes I buy their coarse ground black pepper. It's not bad. I think it's probably 18 mesh, maybe 14. I'm not sure. It's not 16, but sometimes I just like to buy the one at Sam's, and then sometimes I'll buy the one at Academy Sports also. But I do get my big boxes of kosher salt here, because it's a huge box for $3, a little bit cheaper than buying everywhere else also. So I got one more stop. They didn't have everything I needed here, so I did. I got that bottle of Ben Holiday that was marked 7 years. That's pretty cool. I went through all of them. It was the only one marked that, so the other ones are all marked 6 here. I got my salt, got some coffee, 3 full pork bellies. I ended up getting some chili powder, some garlic, and also, oh, that's it. I'm gonna get the black pepper, probably at Academy. So off to the next stop. Today, oh shit, real quick, I spent $209 at this spot here, and that was just, those pork bellies are a little bit more expensive, so I hate to raise my prices on stuff, and I'm gonna have to kind of keep an eye on that going forward. Quick note, while I was in there, I was checking out, and this lady came over to me because I had that bottle of bourbon, and she goes, "You old enough to buy that?" I said, "I think so," and I showed her my ID. I'm 45. She was like, "Damn, you look better than me." I was like, "How old are you?" She's like, 48. I'm like, "Oh, it's all good. Everybody looking good, having fun." But she goes, "You look better when you smile." I started laughing. I said, "Well, thank you. When I'm task oriented, I'm not walking around all fucking cheesy and shit." But anyway, she's like, "What is all this food for?" I was like, "Well, I got a lot more in my truck, but I got these 3 pork bellies for pork belly burn-ins and a few events I got coming up." And she goes, "Well, anybody who buys food from here, we actually like to book them for lunchtime food trucks on Fridays. So give me your information." So I gave her my information. So I'm constantly networking and talking to people like everywhere I go. So if it's something that you don't do because you like avoiding people and not talking, you need to kind of get out of your shell a little bit, because you just never know. There's a Facebook page also that I get on all the time. It's a KC, I think it's called Kansas City Food Trucks Group, and it might be all one word. But I've picked up 4 or 5 events from that, and they've all been really good. So just kind of keep your eyes and ears open, and you just never know who's going to be somebody who might be an opportunity for you to get a little business thing. So keep that in mind. So I just pulled up to Academy real quick. I'm going to grab some of this 16 mesh black pepper they got. It's $8 for a pound, which isn't crazy good, but it's some of the best you can get. That Bar A Barbecue in Texas, I follow them on Instagram, and I watched a video of theirs that someone did just a while back, and they actually buy this. And he also said they use the Fiesta blend, the same brand as this, but they use their Fiesta. I forget which one. It's maybe it's the brisket rub, but they mix it with this. So, but I got my own rub I make. Everyone can have their own way of doing stuff, but I would recommend coming here to get that for sure. All right, so add $9 more to my total. Then I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I got to stop at Sam's, and then I got to buy, like, I'm doing a pork chili verde special on Sunday, so I got to buy some tomatillos, and I got to buy some cilantro and a bunch of other stuff. So I got to go by Walmart too. Walking into Sam's now. I'm gonna get all my ribs here. All my cheddar cheese by the pound is the cheapest here as it is anywhere else. So I buy the 2-pound blocks here, cheaper than Restaurant Depot by the pound. I get, excuse me, sharp cheddar. So I'm gonna get some beans also and a few other things. So see what I can find here today. So I typically get all my buns here. 16 packs are like $4 all in, so that's a pretty good deal. And but they're full spares, $2.48 a pound. And I like going through them all and trying to find the best shaped and thickest ones. Like, see, I don't like it when they get real thin at the bottom, so I just won't get that one. Not too bad. That's good. I like when they're rounded all the way. Grab a couple of these and then on to the next thing. Try to spare you for every detail of what I'm doing shopping wise, but these big 10-pound bags of potatoes, which I'm doing loaded baked potatoes, for Saturday night, and then the ribs, and then so what I make my pickled onions out of. And then if you don't make your own sausage like me, because I don't make that, I don't have time for it, and I don't want to serve something that's not great. These right here from Sam's, these jalapeno cheddar sausages, they're freaking amazing. So you gotta try them out. So if you make breakfast burritos, or even I have another thing on my menu called a 420 burrito. It's got brisket, mac and cheese, smoked beans, and a half of a sausage in it. If you guys need to grab some of these aluminum foil sheets right here, and you can pre-make all those ahead of time, like right when you get set up, or even breakfast burritos, I make them ahead of time before I even get there. Put them in the warmer, and like by the time you get back down there to where you're going and you start serving them up, they're warm and ready, and like they're way quicker to serve out of there. You just grab one, you ring them up, and you grab one. So quick tip to help you when you're trying to figure out how to keep things rolling faster in the truck, because like I said, I don't know it all, but I'm figuring a lot of stuff out. So anyway, okay, so everything in there, and it's costing about $183 more. 2 big old bags of potatoes, sausage, ribs, all my beans, fixins, cheese, buns, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna get all this cold stuff home, and then I'm gonna make my last trip to Walmart. And then I also gotta go by a barbecue store here in town because I don't make my own sauce yet. I'm gonna be buying some a gallon of Blues Hog. So that's next on the agenda. So there's a local place in town here called American Fire Barbecue that I get all my barbecue sauce from because I don't make my own yet. And every once in a while I'll pick up some rubs too. But this is a locally owned place in Lee Summit, and they have got just an insane amount of rubs that anything you could ever imagine they've got. They got my favorite, of course, the Blues Hog sauces and some other sauces as well. So if you're ever around here and you need something like supply-wise, come and get it. But also the amount of grills that they have. And then he was showing me some pizza ovens last time I was here. He's got one in the back that I really thinking about picking up maybe this fall. It's like $1,000, but it's one of the things that I really want to get to have in my backyard. And they just got it all here, man. And when you're talking locally owned, you can't beat that. So better than someone coming from out of town and opening up a store here and, you know, trying to pass it off as something Kansas City, because this is as authentic as you're going to get here. So if you're ever in Lee Summit, you want to come around here, come check it out. This store is legit, man. It's one of my favorite places in town to come get anything barbecue supply wise. So if you're ever in Lee Summit on this side of town and you need anything from sauce to rubs to you want to come look at different grills, and I'm telling you, their pizza oven selection's insane. Come check it out. But this is not a paid promotion or anything, by the way. So I like to get my sauce here. I do not make my own sauce yet. I don't give out that much sauce anyway when I'm doing stuff. I put a little bit on sandwiches. And then sometimes I do a drizzle on the brisket. If someone wants a side, I'll give it to them. But I don't even offer it, really. So if people want to get it, that gallon will last me. I have another half gallon at home, but that'll last me probably most of this month. I do use some when I'm making my pork belly burn ends, but that'll last me quite a long time. But that's $37 for a gallon. One of these days, probably this fall, I'm going to work on when I have a little bit more time. I'm already getting my barbecue rubs kind of in the process of getting co-packed, which means they're going to be bottled by somebody else, have a UPC code, and they're going to be in Hy-Vee stores here in Lee Summit. But I need to start working on a sauce because the guy who's the manager over there told me he says sauces sell almost 10 to 1. So I have to get on that pretty soon. So anyways, on to the next spot. I'm not going to go over what I'm getting there. I'm not going to show you what I'm getting there, but I'm just getting like tomatillos, jalapenos, grits, maybe like some chives, just little things to kind of tie up the loose ends on what I need to make, because I'm doing that pork chili verde on Sunday. And then also the chives go in the loaded baked potatoes, and they also go in my grits when I do my pork belly burnt ends. So I'll get the total on that, and then I'll add everything up and I'll do a little summary here at the end. So I just got home. The last stop was at Walmart. I spent $37 on barbecue sauce at the American Fireplace I was at. And I just dropped another $161 at Walmart. So my total of everything I spent today was $1,850. So that $1,850 is for, and like I told you all before, is for an event on Thursday night, big neighborhood party, which I plan on bringing 3 briskets, 2 shoulders, full belly, and a bunch of stuff there. So like extra mac and cheese. There'll be a lot of stuff there that night. So that is a big night for me. And I'm gonna tell you guys just straight up what numbers look like when you're doing this kind of stuff, at least where I'm at. If I bring 2 briskets and 2 shoulders, pork belly, and then I have like beans, mac and cheese, grits that go with the pork belly. My jalapeno bacon cheesy grits are just insane. Like that's one of the best bites in barbecue right now. It's just my signature dish. I'm the only one doing it, luckily, and I've been doing it really well, and I got it dialed in. Then I always bring my Mexican street corn, my elotes, and I mix it all together. I don't do it on the cob. You can't bring 35 corn on the cobs and keep them cold and make them looking nice. So I mix it all together. So on a normal sellout night, when I just bring that, you can do, depending on how well you're cutting that night, because if you get a little too generous, sometimes you lose money. But I try to do like 5 to 7 ounce portions, depending on I honestly judge the person. If it's like a little tiny old lady, I'll give her 5 ounces. If it's somebody who looks like they might want to eat a little bit more, maybe come back another time. Like sometimes I'll do a little more, 6, 7 ounces. It just depends on how the cuts are, and if they're if you're cutting from the point. Sometimes even if you're trying to do a decent pencil thick type cut, and it's a big point, even if you cut down far enough, you're still going to get a 5 ounce slice sometimes out of one. So, but like I was getting around to, you can sell $1,500 easily, like when you're doing that. If you're all sold out, everything out the door, I've had some over 2,000 some nights. It's been pretty good. But I think on a night where I have 3 briskets and I have all that extra stuff, I think I can do over $2,000 on Thursday night, which would be awesome. So if I can do that, that's going to be a really good way to start off my actual work week, if you will, because I'll be cooking all day tomorrow, popping up Thursday night at that party, cooking again on Friday, and then so Friday night somebody's coming over here to pick up a catering thing, which is already paid for, so that's cool. It's $525. So if I do what I think I can do with the first night, and then I do my catering, I'm $500 in the green, like on the red, or whatever you call it, the red. The black's bad, right? Or I don't know. Red's bad, black's good. But anyway, so that's what I can be at. And then the next 2 places I'm going, next place I'm going 2 days in a row, I've got different specials each time, and that's the kind of place that I can sell out both days. So when you're doing this and you're really getting into it, and you're pretty busy, and this is a fairly busy week for me, having the 3 pop-ups and a catering thing. You know, you can make anywhere between, I mean, you want to be kind of conservative, you can make $2,500 to $4,000 a week if you're doing this the right way. But that's, wait a second though, my costs, sorry, I went ahead, that was my food cost. So real quick, I went ahead and added in some other stuff. I added in my approximate wood cost for smoking, cooking twice, all my foil and my foil pans, all my cutlery, how much propane I will use, because I'll use propane at each one of those events, and then also gasoline, not just gas for my generator, but also gas for my truck, driving around pulling that big ass heavy fucking block that's just like a big wind catcher. So all that added in, I got to $1,960. So added another $110. I averaged $35 for wood over those cooks. I got a really good wood supplier, my buddy Andy Yost. He's got a YouTube channel, Farming Legacy. They do a lot of hunting and land cultivating and everything like that. Pretty cool, cool channel if you're into that kind of stuff. I get really good deals on cords of wood, and I just get white oak. I used to get cherry and pecan, and people are like, how come you don't mess with apple? And I'm like, when I'm running that thing back there, I don't have time to freaking go, I'm gonna cook apple wood on ribs today, and then I'm gonna, cause dude, everything's on. Like, it's just the whole thing's full, so you don't have time for all that stuff. But anyway, that's my costs for a really busy week, and that's approximately how much money somebody could make doing this. So if that helps you out in any way, shape, or form, or you got any questions about where I'm getting stuff or how I'm getting it, which I showed you today, feel free to reach out to me on YouTube, on Instagram, especially on Instagram, or even on Facebook. I'm not on my Facebook page much, my Kansas City Smoked one, but my Ronnie Oswald page, I'm on there checking stuff and doing, talking to people all the time. So. But that's a day in the life of shopping. It's 3 o'clock right now. I started shopping at 9. So I live in Lee Summit though, which is pretty far. It probably takes me 35 minutes just to get down to Restaurant Depot, 45 minutes sometimes. And then I had my little stops along the way. I did stop and come home after about 3 hours, and I put all my cold stuff where it needed to be, and then went from there. So if you got any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out. If you like stuff like this, feel free to reach out and tell me that you do too, and then I'll keep it going. I'm going to do a YouTube live, hopefully Thursday night. I'm going to have my daughter with me, and I think it'll be pretty busy, and I'm not going to like have a lot of time to interact with it, but I'm just going to set the camera up on the tripod, and I'm just going to run it, and for maybe an hour, if I got enough storage, we'll see what I got. I got to do some cleaning out on my phone, but just kind of run it, and you can guys see how I'm working, how I'm cutting, getting things moving around, stuff like that. So like I always say, if you like what you're seeing, feel free to like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Appreciate you. Thank you.